Would you like to invest for long term and don't want to worry about questions like what are the quarterly results of the companies I've invested in and what is the company worth now on the stock market? Or isn't Musk planning to fire 10,000 people? Should I keep track of that and deal with it when I'm working and my mind is somewhere else? God, help me manage market fluctuations so I don't go crazy. Oh yeah, a lot of people don't have time to devote to investing every day and looking at charts, evaluating company results, watching board meetings or watching economic reports. But what to do about it? I've got something for you. There is a much easier way to invest, and that's through ETFs. In the last video we talked about ETFs for the first time and covered a few basics to get us going today. We discussed what are ETFs, publicly traded funds, and that they can be traded like common stocks. They are managed mostly passively, they are identified by ticker or ICIN, they have a fee structure expressed in the acronym TER, e.g. 0.01% of the amount invested, and we can study ETFs in detail in fact sheets. Welcome to the Invest with Jiří channel. Today we are going to focus on investing in the only ETF that we can invest in and hold for life and then transfer it to our children and our children's children, and then our children's children's children can have a big party so huge that they won't spend the money in fun in a week of intense celebration. Super hyper simple strategy for lazy investors who don't want to deal with anything. Click subscribe and bell so you don't miss my other videos, and let's get right to it. What's it going to be about today? How to find the right ETF? Why did I choose the SPY ETF? What are the benefits of SPY? An example of a real purchase of SPY. On the flip side, there are a lot of people looking for something special in investing, something sexy, something that will inspire them, excite them, something they can watch on their mobile. So please, if you are one of those investors, go somewhere else, because this video is designed to bore you to death. The investing I'm going to talk about is based on putting a specific amount of money into a given fund month after month. Let's take a look at this. How to find the right ETF. There are several servers that offer ETF databases. I chose etfdb.com. If you go to the main page, you will see the ETF database right at the top left, and since I'm looking for a fund that invests only in the largest US companies, I'm looking for what are called the largest ETFs. When I click on it, SPY pops up at the top, more specifically the SPDR S&P 500 ETF TRUST. Priced around $400, issued by State Street. It has UTI structure, which means it's a mutual fund that exactly replicates the S&P 500 index, and you can reinvest dividends on it. We also see an expense ratio of 0.09%, which is beautiful. And with $100,000 investment, you only pay a $90 annual fee. Then there is the total capital of the fund, and that is 3.71 billion. Then we can look at what stocks it contains, and it has in almost 7% Apple, almost 6% Microsoft, and in 2% Amazon. There are thousands of ETFs in the world, so why did you choose SPY? The greatest value investor of our time, Warren Buffett, has long recommended SPY stock ETFs for worry-free investing. In 2007, Warren Buffett and Ted Seitz, an advocate of actively managed funds, disagreed on whether it was better to invest in actively managed funds or passively ETFs. This resulted in a 10-year bet with Buffett investing only in SPY and that in 5 actively managed funds. How did that work out? Buffett won, and over the period 2008 to 2017, the SPY fund replicating an index of the largest US companies returned 85% or 6% per year. By contrast, TED's return investing in 5 funds was only 21% or 2% per year. Let's list a few facts that make SPY an ideal tool. It is the first ETF that the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, allowed to list on the AMEX in 1993. It became known as SPYDER. Size. It is the largest passively managed fund in the world with 371 billion in assets. Liquidity, i.e. the ability to buy and sell at any time, is the greatest among ETFs with SPY. Holdings. SPYDER holds high quality stocks of the top 500 US companies. Nearly 28% of the stock is allocated to technology. SPY holds shares of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, and so on. Performance is one of SPY's highlights, beats the market average over the long term. SPY tracks SPX Index, which is considered the market benchmark, and other funds or even stocks are compared to it to get an idea of how the investments perform over time. Longest history. If we want to look at past performance, we can use the SPX Index, which has a history going back to 1957. We can get a nice idea of market downturns and crises. Diversification. Similar to other index ETF, SPY has a great way to diversify your investment into 11 prominent business sectors. You take a high level of risk when investing in individual stocks, which are diversified across hundreds of companies in the ETF. Dividends. SPYDER also pays dividends, but they are not very high. The yield is around 1.4% and the annual dividend is $5.81. Let's take a look at buying SPY. So I'm not just talking into the wind here. Let me show you what investing in SPY looks like. I'll go to the interactive broker app and find the title SPY. Enter the quantity and price to match supply and demand and place a buy order. Now it settles and I have purchased SPY. I can sell the ETF immediately in the same way. Today's video was all about the fact and that if we want to make investing extremely simple, we can really only put money in one title and only for life. I wanted to show you that if you have a broker you can invest through. It's a matter of few seconds per month and you are done. I'll be glad if you could give me feedback in the comments on how you liked investing in SPY and possibly if you would have done the same as a beginner. Thanks so much for following. Take care and invest wisely.